Guys, I promise I'm not a political YouTuber because I actually go outside, but this is the first election that I'm actually interested in for some reason. I'm making this video so you don't have to watch this fucking geek Urkel dork motherfucker talk about how they're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs!
Recently, or not really recently at all, because my fucking lazy ass didn't want to work on this video. Trump won the election of 2024. OMG, no way, he beat the one and only Kamala Harris, who can't even answer a simple question. However, Trump isn't really better because he's an alleged freak, rapist, Chester, Cheeto ass felon, diabolical main character syndrome, egotistical, schizophrenic villain. Seriously, why can't we get a fucking presidential candidate who doesn't have a singular brain cell working as hard as it can for their entire body to function? To get this straight, I'm voting for this country ass beer drinking, NASCAR driving party every day of the week and twice on Sundays. But I'm not saying Trump is a qualified candidate to be in office. However, Kamala isn't much better because she clearly doesn't even know what she's doing. Seriously, she's so bad that somebody who voted for a Democrat since like fucking 1998 didn't even want to vote for her. Although I hate Trump, Kamala was going to fund the genocide of Palestinians. I'm going to say this a lot, but despite the fact Trump is a horrible person, he is still a better candidate to be in office because with Kamala being the president, she made it fucking 20 times easier for immigrants to come across the border and start taking the jobs of hardworking Americans. While I would say Kamala is a better person, it is not good for the country because there are Americans whose jobs are relying on Trump to win the election to put food on the table. So if Kamala wants to interfere with people's livelihood, it will destroy the economy because what she stands for isn't good. It really annoys me though because for the past like 3 or 4 elections we haven't had experienced and worthy candidates to run the fucking country. For this election it was either vote for a rapist felon, and I'm apparently sexist. More than I already am. That was a joke, guys, I swear. But if I vote for Kamala then I support genocide. Also, I eat dogs.
They're eating the dogs!
It really sucks because every time people talk about the presidential candidates they never talk about what they will do to help the country. They only just throw allegations at the other person with no evidence. If we are choosing who is going to be the person who has control over this country, then it shouldn't be this candidate hates fucking black people or something. It should be about how this person will help the economy in a positive way. That is why we are, guys, watch this title of the video, in a political dilemma. Because neither candidate is fit to be president. Seriously, for once in our lifetime, can we get somebody to actually run for president who is actually a good person and actually knows their shit? Another thing I want to say is a presidential election shouldn't just be your Republican or liberal right off the bat, because your parents are. Or because you got people to convince you about this stuff, or because you're in a specific political party. You should vote on which presidential candidate will help the economy the most. What's the point of being allowed to vote for president, if both of the motherfucking candidates aren't good, and if you don't even think for yourself? It's just pointless because regardless of who we vote for, they are both detrimental to the country. Before the election, Kamala was asked if she got elected, what she would do to help the economy. And she rambled on about how when she was younger, her grass was green. Like, bitch, that's not the fucking question they asked you.
What are 1 or 2 specific things you have in mind for bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people?
You know, I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn.
That meant nothing.
You're telling me the person who will make America great again can't even answer a simple fucking question. I also hate how people from other countries are shoving their unwanted opinions about electing our president. Like, bitch, you don't even understand what it's like to be an American or our economy. You get your leaders if they are born in the royal family, so shut the fuck up. One of the reasons people voted for Kamala and one of the things people challenge me on when it comes to talking about politics is abortion. As a Christian, which is a topic for another video, I am anti-abortion. In the 10 Commandments it declares thou shalt not murder. There's this notion that since it's your body, you can get an abortion. I believe this isn't true because it really isn't your body. It's the kid's body that is growing inside of you. The YouTuber Zach Star himself explains this well.
See, so this is why communication is key. And understanding everyone's right to bodily autonomy. Well, except for when it comes to abortion. Well, of course. Yeah, that's just murder. Yeah, that's not bodily autonomy because it's not your body. Exactly. There's another body growing inside of you. Your own child. God's child.
Oh my God, would you guys shut the fuck?
Basically, you're committing an act of murder against your child, God's child. Murder is defined to me by taking the life of God's child. Whether it has been born or not, no human under any circumstances has a right to take away the life of another individual. If you disagree with me, that's fine because of rape victims, but my opinion will not change. Another reason why I think everybody wanted Kamala to win is because she's a woman. Back in my day, women were always seen inferior to men. Not saying I'm supporting that, but that's just how it was. They weren't allowed to vote, and they did, and I believe still do, get paid less than men doing the same exact job they do. So people probably wanted a woman to have as much power as the president. As much as I'm for having a woman in presidency, that person is just not Kamala. She's not fit to go down in history as the first woman president. I'm not saying women don't deserve to be in office, but if we were to ever have a woman president, which will probably happen soon, they should blow the other candidate out of the water. Like, it shouldn't even be close. So if our first woman president were to be someone who doesn't deserve to be in office like Kamala, and she doesn't do a good job, then they will forever look at her and be like, wow, this is the first woman president, and they might not ever vote for one again. Whenever this presidential election was becoming more and more popular, I saw more and more streamers talk about it. Specifically this previously mentioned Urkel bitch boy glue eating Discord Reddit mod finster ass never goes outside punk ass washed up boring Hollywood sham geek named fucking Hassan. Basically what he does all day is talk about politics and shit for hours. Like, bro, touch grass. I know that's what I'm doing right now, but I'm not going on 4-hour streams to say Trump got shot. Motherfucker, we already know. Also, I'm at least trying to make it entertaining for you guys. This dork needs to get a sense of humor, because he ruins everything he's in, even the most entertaining people's streams. Plug your ears.
I'm a communist, and I'm joined today by Hassan Piker, who's a capitalist. When did you become such a partisan hack?
I take offense to that. I'm not a partisan hack unless the party that you're speaking of is freedom, because I will be defending the best economic organization of society that has ever been invented, but you wouldn't know anything about that.
I also want to talk about how these people just go on the news and complain every day while clearly picking sides when I don't think they're supposed to. What I hate about them is they don't do anything of high importance ever. However, they still hold themselves to this high podium. Like, bro, you're not that cool. Sit the fuck down and close your fucking mouth and get a life, honestly. Hassan, and those blokes on the news. I don't believe you should go on TV and act like you're superior to everyone just to shove your opinion down people's throats that will just make you be the shepherd and a bunch of sheep follow you. Just because you told them to. Which perfectly leads into the next topic. The final thing I want to say to end this video is don't let me, this video, or anyone else influence your opinion or political stance. Growing up, I always had my grandparents tell me that I need to vote for Republicans, and if I didn't it would piss them off, and I do lean more to the Republican stance. But guess what? I didn't just do that because they told me to. I have my own fucking mind that I can research with and don't just do whatever I'm told to. Don't be a sheep and be influenced by these people telling you what to believe and what not no believe. Anybody who tells you that their political stance is better than yours is washed up Hollywood sham, because the only person who can tell you your beliefs is you. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. I hope to see you in the next video. This is the next style of content I'm picking up. Not politics, but this voice just complaining about shit. If you didn't like the video, I'm sorry, but how the fuck am I supposed to make an entertaining video on politics? You'll probably like the next one.
Too shicey, that's my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really